Hello, my name is Trydar. Today I'm going to be showing you how to build a Dwarven Watchtower in Minecraft. Let's get started. So let's take a look at our Dwarven Watchtower design. If you followed the Mines of Moria series I've done, some of these patterns will look familiar. Indeed, I've just taken the columns and the wall panels from the small Dwarven Hall and recombined them into this shape here, added a base, some small interior details, and of course we have now, since we have an above ground structure for Dwarven, we do have to have a roof. So it's not all underground, so it can't all be an interior. We do have to have some exterior design, but all four faces here are going to be the same. And of course, it being a Dwarven design, it has to be a little bit like the dwarves themselves. So it has to be very sturdy and very stout looking. So I think we've done that with this design here. It's not at all like the High Elven Watchtower design. And of course, like the dwarves themselves, very flat on the top. Alright, so let's take a look inside. So we have a very simple entrance here. Our Dwarven style archway. And then we have a small room down here made up of one corridor section from the tutorials here. If you want to put multiple entrances in here, you can. And if we go up this way, which that's going to take forever, but if we went up the ladder and we climb up through the body of the tower, we would come up out at the top up here. Of course, a watchtower is no good if you don't have any place up here to watch from. Of course, we have a nice, good balcony. You can see just all over the place in here. Of course, we have another little corridor section here for the top tower as well, and all four of these sections are the same. And of course, here's where your ladder comes out from the top there. I think in this design, there's probably more space on the interior than there was on the Elven one. So if you wanted to add some rooms in between the bottom one and the top one, you can. Not large rooms, but you can add perhaps some small ones. You could add a decent sized room below that one if you wanted to. Let's take a look here first at the materials list. Of course, it's the same materials as the Dwarven before it, all of the Mines of Moria and everything. If you don't want to use obsidian, you can, of course, use blackstone. And I forgot to write deep slate. It's cobbled deep slate for this is the main material you'll be needing. And you'll need some ladders, some nether brick. And this block here you don't need. I have optimized this build to be or rather, how shall I say? I have optimized it so that only the blocks that show on the exterior will be needed. So if you want to build this as a shell, this here is the smallest amount of materials that you will need. In other words, you will need exactly this amount of materials, no less. And if you wanted to fill it solid with something, you would need almost 35,000 blocks of just whatever you had. But to make things easier, I have made these smooth double half slabs, just like so. So that as we go, I think this has the best texture for you to be able to see block counts and everything. I mean, I'm going to count some stuff out, of course. But just behind it, I thought it would be easier if I didn't fill it with just straight cobbled deep slate like I normally would. I think that's probably what's inside the original reference model I made. But inside here, I think that if it's filled with this, it's a lot easier for you to rebuild one. So let's start over here at, well, actually, let's start here at this corner. So we want to leave one block empty there and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, then 2, then 1, 2, 3, 4, and right here on 5, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 again. 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So right here, this block here, we will need 3 more blocks behind it for the entranceway. And then you just need to follow this pattern here. Let me give you a good view of it. This pattern here to make the ground floor model here. And of course, this empty block here, that's where we're going to have our red nether brick for our ladder going straight up there. And then just around here, we want to make a big square. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. That's going to be another what? Another 7, then 7, 13, 7, 7, 13, and 7. All the way around. You should, I think the base for this is 33 by 33, probably. If I remember the counting right. And I think the height for this was about 100 blocks. I'll put that number on screen when I'm doing the editing and post-production so you can see just what the dimensions are. It's right there somewhere. All right. Next phase, of course, we slice the entire thing up. We're going one level at a time. Start over here by the doorway. We have a couple of blocks here for the entranceway, and then behind that, we're just going straight up on all the 4 sides with the deep slate, just like so, the cobbled deep slate. Take a look at the interior now. Of course, you want to go around the edges here and build up the pattern with the black stone, the red nether brick, and the cobbled deep slate, just like so, all the way around. Just like that there. And we'll go on to the next phase. So on the next phase, you want to put your black stone or your obsidian on top of the cobbled deep slate all the way around, except for the doorway here, where we have some different details. Like so. Here for our little short corridor. And then here for the room. Everything's just going straight up for this next level here with the room. All right, next level again. I think it's obsidian all the way around. Just like so. Here, details for the doorway. Of course, we have one block here for a lintel over a doorway. There's probably enough space back here, I think, if you want to install a redstone doorway, like a 3x3 redstone. There's a generous amount of space I've left here for you to be able to include that in the design. I haven't done that because I don't have a door design that will work for bedrockers, so I just kind of left that out on this, as I explained in the Moria series. But if you have fixed that problem for yourself and you do have a doorway that you want to build and you can actually do redstone, unlike me, you can put yourself in a pretty good doorway there. All right, next level up, obsidian on the outsides again. And here, details over the doorway, just like so. Cap the corridor off with some cobbled deep slate. Like this here. And red nether brick and cobbled deep slate here, just 2 blocks hanging over there on all the sides. And that'll be that slice there. All right, next level up, detail here over the doorway. A little bit of lighting with the gold ore and the glowstone. This is the old gold ore, my favorite. But the new one will look almost as good. I think the old gold ore texture has more of a sparkle. But maybe that's just me. And of course, obsidian around the exterior and the same details here for the interior. Again, it's probably stuff that you recognize from the corridor from the Moria series, if you've already seen that. If you haven't seen that, do make sure to go watch it if you like this Dwarven style and you want to build more things from it. I do have more. And there is more coming after this. We're going to be doing a Dwarven mine entrance and a gate and everything for that, so stay tuned. I think the exterior here is just cobbled deep slate all around. Just going straight up. For a very simple base for the tower. In here, have a couple of blocks overhanging in the corners here. Otherwise, it's all obsidian and cobbled deep slate. All right, next level, cobbled deep slate all around the perimeter of the tower. Final detail for the archway here. For our entrance, and then on the interior here, black stone, and deep slate in the corners. All right, next level up. On this inset section, we have cobbled deep slate and obsidian here. And then the corners here, you can see we're just doing with a cobbled deep slate still. But you want to leave a block here, and then leave a setback for 3 blocks and fill it with that pattern there on all 4 sides. On the interior here, we want to make just a big square with one little cutout for the ladder of cobbled deep slate there. And then on top of that, you want to put a cross of red nether bricks, just like so here. On the exterior, where the perimeter is being ringed out with cobbled deep slate all the way around, just like so. Next level up, we're finishing off our little room here. On top of the 4 air spaces there, we just want to put in a bit of gold ore and glowstone like so. And then this is going to be the pattern for our ladder. I believe it's going to go up like this pretty much all the way. So until the core is pretty much filled solid or probably left empty. So for a while, we're just going to be focusing on the exterior details here. So we want to have a 1 block setback here and cobbled deep slate, and just still continue this up right here for the 4 corners, just like so. All 4 of those. On the next level here, let's orientate ourselves. Well, let's start over here by the letter. I say orientate. If we divided, now that we're above the level of the room, if we divide this tower into 4 sections, it's all going to be symmetrical. So in other words, whatever we build in this quadrant, we would want to rotate 90 degrees and build in that quadrant, and do it again and again. It's very repeating pattern, so that's good. So as we go, I'll probably focus in on one section here. It's like this here. We have setbacks again right there. And then over here we have this section here. I think you can easily see the block counts and everything with that there. But you know, I'll just put down some torches here to make it really apparent. Sometimes obsidian can be difficult to see. Like so, and then you want to, of course, build 3 more of those. On the next level, you want to extend that straight up here, adding in some details of red nether brick. Like so, and then back here, of course, we have details from the small wall panels, which of course form the 4 wall panels for the watchtower. All right, next level up here. Let's start over here at the ladder. Detail for the wall panel. The wall panel design is going to go straight up for quite a while. We have some cutouts here for the design of the pillars. Although they are, I don't know if they're pillars or not, because they are kind of attached on the corners there, but only very slightly. So they are technically pilasters. All right, next phase over here, same detailing for the wall panel. And here again, we have setbacks for the pilasters. All right, next level up. Just like so. I think this level is everything just goes straight up from the previous phase. That's what it looks like to me. So it's an easy one. Next level up here. Some small detail changes here. Like so there for the pilasters. You know, I almost think that block there shouldn't be there. That might be a mistake that I didn't catch in the design, just a little mistake. Sometimes when you're building with obsidian and they're all together like that, it's pretty easy to miss a block. All right. Yeah, I think... Is there going to be extra as we go up the entire thing with that? If we were closer to the reference model, I would go back and check it. We might have to correct that as we go. But here's the detail for the wall panel. And now that we're above the level, I think... Well, no, we're not quite above the level to start the main columns yet. All right, next level here. Same details for the wall panels, just going straight up. And detail here for that. There are definitely too many blocks of obsidian just in that particular corner of that. So that's what? 2, 4, that's 8 too many blocks of obsidian. Minor detail, but you can fix that when you're building it. All right, next level up here. Minor change in the panel design. And same details here for the columns. All right, next level up, more detail for the panel. And then over here we've got one too many blocks of obsidian still. Or do we? No, I broke the wrong block. Yep. It looks like there were some stray blocks of obsidian that I didn't catch. Next level up, detail for the wall panel. Yep, there it is again. Okay, that's probably going all the way up. I'm sorry. I normally look over these, and I did look over this, trying to get everything right, but that obsidian next to each other, I did not catch. So there's going to be a little bit too much obsidian and/or blackstone as we go. All right, next level up here, detail for the panel. I'm not going to remark on this anymore now that I've talked about it, but we want to have no extra obsidian here. The only obsidian on this corner should be right there. Otherwise, this column should be a 3x3 cobbled deep slate just going all the way up with only this corner here, just the edge of it, attached with obsidian. So you don't want to build it like I did there. Really sorry about that. But I am catching it in real time, so you can fix that as you go, and have your tower be more perfect than the reference model here. All right, next level, detail for the panel. I'm not going to remark on the columns until they change. They're going to be the same design going up, all 4 of them. We're just going to take a look at the wall panel here for a while. So here's the design for the panel. It's only the details in the middle that's changing. Otherwise, they're all 4 the same. A little bit gold ore now, right here, for this next panel. A little bit more gold ore. And a bit of glowstone. I like to work glowstone into the Dwarven designs. To, just provide a little accent lighting. Otherwise, I think it would be just a little bit too dark. Because all the materials in the color scheme I've chosen for this are all pretty dark. We've got dark reds, black, dark grays, and everything. But with the the glowstone here. I think the gold pairs really well with the red, as you can see here. And it provides just little nice accent lighting. Next level here for the panel. Pretty simple design. Most of it's going straight up. Only changes are here in the middle. So I can go fairly quick on this phase of it. All right, next one from this. Obsidian all the way across. And again. And again. Now here on the corners, we have different details again. We have, what we're going to be doing with these, just to make it a little simple, is you see that design of the obsidian down there? That's going to end up mirroring this. And from here on up, we're going to be flipping this entire thing to be the capital of the attached pilaster. Just like so. All right, just obsidian in the middle. And obsidian on the corners here. 4 corners of the pilaster. Detail here for the panel. 3x3 cobbled deep slate here for the pillars. Detail here for the panel. And detail here for the pilasters. You recognize this design. That's just, you already built that before. We're just doing another one, as I said, flipped over from the previous one. And the detail for the panel. Note the cobbled deep slate now, angling in on the corners. Next level up, just the same for the pilasters. And I think for the panel also. All right, next level up here. We've got a 45-degree diagonal 4x4 right there. And the detail here for the panel. Note that we have we've closed this section off with a lintel now. So we're finishing off the recessed portion of the panel there. Accent again with a bit of gold ore in the middle. And detail out here for the pilasters. All right, bit more gold ore. And the detail here again for the pilasters. I think this should be just, this should be all the way down to that first level we started with that I counted out with the torches. This should be identical to that. All right, next level up here. Same detail for the panel, bit of glowstone though. And now we're capping the whole thing off here with the pilasters with some cobbled deep slate. Just like so. Alright, still a lot to go. Making good progress though. Same detail here for the panel in the middle. And same detail here for the pilasters. In fact, I think this phase is just a copy of the last phase that we did. This one isn't though. Detail here for the panel. And then over here we have a couple of blocks of overhanging cobbled deep slate there. And then we have some missing around here. I'll show you this pattern here from the top down. Next level up, same detail for the panel. And almost the same details in here for this. Wonder why I have fences there. I thought I had some hidden lighting there for that. It appears to be missing. You need a couple more blocks of glowstone. Behind these fences here, this is a little place where I like to add hidden lighting. So you can, behind these fences, just add where this red is. You want to add blocks of glowstone in there for that pattern. Just to give your tower a little bit more hidden lighting. I'm not sure what happened to those. Of course, on this we have obvious lighting right here, made out of accent blocks, but we can also have hidden lighting. And another way to hide lighting is if it's too apparent, you can move the glowstone farther back and put 2 more fences in front of those. And that way, whichever angle you're looking at, it'd be pretty hard to see back in there to where the source of the light is coming from. All right, next level here. Simple detail for the panel. And then over here for the corners. All right, over here for the panel. And then here for the corners. Mostly going straight up now. All right, detail here for the panel. We're closing it off on the edges now. We're coming to the top of the recessed panel. And same details out here again. They're just going straight up for the moment. All right, over here for the panel, straight across with red nether brick. And over here, we of course have our dwarven archway. So we have 3 overhanging blocks here, 1 there. Going straight up on the corners. And of course overhanging there. All right, here, detail for the panel. And for the corners. Almost done with the panel, just like so. Over here. Of course, we've got another overhang, just right there. One block here. And the same back over here. All right, next phase. The panel is finished. Cap it off with straight run of, what's that, probably 7 blocks of cobbled deep slate. And then this over here. And I haven't talked about the tunnel in a while. Of course, it's just going straight up. Same patterns. 5 blocks of cobbled deep slate in the middle. And then these details over here. Of course, now you see we're building the small archway. Right here, the characteristic dwarven archway. I think it's about to go flat. Straight across there. Next level up, deep slate in the middle. Then we've got overhanging blocks here and here. All right, cap off the arches with the obsidian and the red nether brick and the deep slate, just like so, until we have that pattern there. And then we have some overhanging blocks here and here. And there and back around here. All right, then a straight run of obsidian right across there. And then the side details here. Another overhanging block here and here. And there and there and there. And back around there. All right, next level up here, we want to overhang some cobbled deep slate and do straight runs across to connect our arches. And then we just got these simple details out here with some more overhanging blocks right back there. All right, cobbled deep slate straight across. More overhanging detail, just one block here and there. All right, next level up again, overhanging cobbled deep slate again, straight run across. And then, of course, two overhanging blocks there and these corners and there. There's now you might notice in the tower a lot of the tower overhangs the more thinly made core that we started with. But of course, the dwarves know what they're doing when they build things. So, straight run of cobbled deep slate straight across there in the middle, all four sides, and then these details here, all in the corners. All right, next level, straight run of obsidian now. And then these details on the corners. All right, in the middle here, every 3 blocks, we want to have 3 other blocks of cobbled deep slate. This here would be, be kind of like our center. It's like so. And then the details of some ornamental gold ore up here. All right, next level up, more details here. These are sort of like dwarven crenellations. At the top, they're mostly decorative, more than functional, but they're there just to make it look nice. Detail here for some glowstone, some more accent lighting, of course. I have to work that in every now and then. Next level up, all cobbled deep slate, a bit of red nether brick in the middle, and the detail around here for the corners. Same deal again in the middle here, and the detail for the corners. All right, almost same detail. We've got a block set back here and then obsidian back behind that. for 3 sections, and then more detail on the corners. We do have these 2 blocks here being nibbled out to have just 1 block left. Here, a detail, we've got setbacks here for these 3 blocks. Otherwise, the obsidian goes straight up there. And then, of course, we have set blocks all around here for the detailing there. All right, next level up. We've got almost straight runs of obsidian except for these 2 blocks there. And then we've got obsidian behind it, and we'll take a look at that in a moment. We've got another block set back here, 1 there, and of course just 5 along here. All right, now here in the middle, you recognize what this is. This is the top of the design for our floor pattern. So I'll zoom in a little here, show you that, and zoom back out and show you that. I think it'd be pretty easy to build. All right, next level up, we're building our little protective balconies. Of course, over here, back behind our obsidian, is where we want to have that there. And let's take a look at the exterior first. So we have obsidian and deep slate here on the corners. And then another balcony here. So back here we have for the room. Just like so. It should have the same design as the room below. I think that the floor is a little bit different up here. But otherwise, I think the room section itself that we already built down below there is just a copy. Because that's what I put up here. All right, we finished this, so the balcony is done. So we're finishing the doorway now. So we'll swing around, take a look at that. And indeed, I think from this section, if we split the building down the middle here, and then took a diagonal from this section here, this little 1/8 of that is going to be the entire design for what's left. Because we can split this into symmetrical quadrants. But for what's left of this tower, we can also split it into symmetrical eighths. I'm going to take a look at the entire quadrant, but I just wanted to remark on that as we go. I thought that might be beneficial for you to know. All right, next level up, cap off our little corridor here with cobbled deep slate, just like so. Detail for the exterior. I think all these little slabs I put behind that will really assist you with counting it out and everything. So I don't think it requires too much exposition. Too much exposition on my part, which is a good thing because sometimes I trip just all over my words. Little accent detail here, glowstone gold ore for over the doorway. And then we'll take a look at the interior. All right, more golden glowstone. A lot of this on the exterior is just going straight up. And the detail in here for our little guard room. Or I suppose it's our little watch room. They could also double as a guard tower. I suppose the guards would be down there, though, and the watchers would be up here. Alright, let's take a look at the inside. Just like before, just like down there when you built the ceiling of this, you just want to go ahead and build another one. If you already know the pattern for that, or rather if you remember the pattern for that, you can. If not, we'll be taking a look at it again. And just put a square of cobbled deep slate there. And some more cobbled deep slate and red nether brick out here. Alright, put yourself a cross of red nether brick there. And then fill it in with the gold and the glowstone. And that's going to be your interior room complete. So we only have left to work on now the exterior. All the interior is done. Unless you want to, build extra interior for yourself. There's quite a lot of unused space inside this tower. But of course, it being Dwarven Tower, is of course very overbuilt. So it's very sturdy. Just like the dwarves themselves, overbuilt and sturdy. I always think architecture, well, when you're doing fantasy architecture like this, it should reflect sort of like the physical characteristics of the people that built it. Back here, 7 blocks right of the brick in the middle. And then just these details on the corners. In here, details, just simple details now. For the designs here. Next level up. And next level up here. Got some overhanging cobbled deep slate there. Just like so. Next level, overhanging obsidian now. Probably black stone for you, though. It's not quite as dark, but it'll still look just as good. For Dwarven, I think obsidian and black stone are interchangeable. So obsidian again. Detail here for, of course, now our roof design. Dwarves usually build underground, so they're not known for their roofing ability, but they can do it. 1 block set back here, and then just straight cobbled deep slate for the flat sides. And then this here for the corners, again, but 1 block set back. And then that for the corner. 1 block set back again, except with obsidian now. And the detail here for the corner. Alright, straight up here. And there. In fact, I think this entire phase is just a stack up of the previous one. This one isn't, though. We've got some details here. Red nether brick in the middle. And a setback all the way around now. 1 block setback of everything. Here again, I think this phase just goes straight up, so it's you double the previous phase. And on this one, of course, we have a 1 block setback all the way around with these details. And then the next phase is a stack up of the previous one. All right, here again. I think you can see we've now got a repeating pattern here. We finished these little sort of tangential. I don't actually know what the name for that is. It's like a pendentive, but if it was on a roof, and it's sort of like a little diamond shape there. It's probably got a name, but I don't know what it is. That would be one of those medieval names, though, I'm pretty sure. That's where I've seen them. So here, of course, just a stack up of the previous phase. Right there. And then on the top, you just want to set everything back a block. And then make yourself a 3-thick cross of red nether brick, and then 2 blocks of obsidian around that. And then just outline it here in the middle with 6 blocks of cobbled deep slate. And once you have done that, your Dwarven Watchtower will be complete. So I hope you have enjoyed the tutorial for the Dwarven Watchtower. Remember, of course, the world is, as always, available in the video description for both Java and Bedrock versions. I want to thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.